Hello and welcome, beautiful beings, to my channel. My name is Eve and my channel is Eve 44.4. Now, as we get started, I'm going to be spending about 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more. I can't quite gauge that. We'll just go with the flow today, okay? On the astrology as well as some of the numerology because it's very significant. Now, as we go into this, I'm just reminding everyone that I am a cosmic being. Therefore, the messages that I'm bringing through, even though I'm talking about the astrology currently, is cosmic. It is timeless. It is eternal. Because each and every one of us is ultimately moving and flowing through our lives in our own personal divine timing. And even though the astrology is a picture of what our solar system looks like at this moment in these next couple of days, these next couple of months, that timing and its effects on you may not be paralleling everybody else in your life. That's why these messages truly should be timeless. For whenever you need to listen to them, is that right divine timing for you? All right. So I wanted to clarify that because a lot of teachers and guides on this path talk about perfect timing and divine timing. And yes, there is a cosmic timing, but there's also the soul's individual timing. And if you have faith and trust in that, then you'll know what messages are truly meant for you, regardless of who posted them and when they were posted. Yeah, I know where we're getting into divine timing today. It's because of the upcoming events. So as we get started here, I'm going to spend time on the astrology and numerology, and then I'll go into all the different messages. I have all of my pre-shuffled decks already ready for us. The timestamps will be below for that if you want to skip the astrological portion. Also, everything you need to know about me and everything that I'm offering, it's below. It's on my website, eveellie.com. My Instagram handle is below. I have certain events in this month of December that I'm going to be doing. I'm being hosted at one on December 30th by Studio Bloom. Do check out her information if you're interested in attending that. I'm also bringing in my third astrological forum where we are taking a big leap into 2024 and also what is awaiting us as we complete 2023. I will be doing this on December 17th. All of that information will be listed below. Reach out to me directly until it is up on my website. It should be up on my website probably within the next few days if you are interested in purchasing that. It will be available, the recording of it will be available for purchase after the event as well. So let's dive into this. I'm going to do my little bell, clearing the energy. I brought out today and lit my manifestation candle. It has some beautiful crystals in it. So we're going to manifest whatever the highest possible outcomes are for you today. Just setting that intention for each and every one of us right now. Beautiful. So what is the current astrological weather? Here we are completing the month of November. We have the second to last full moon in the sign of Gemini on November 27th. We will have one more full moon to complete December and 2023, and I believe that will be on December 26th. The full moon will be in the sign of Cancer. And in the middle of the two, we will have a new moon in Sagittarius here on December 12th. I'm going to go over the numerology here for the 12th and also the 27th of November because it's very, very significant. Now, as we head in to this full moon, we have Mercury is now in the shadow. It's going to be going into its retrograde time frame from December 12th, the day of the new moon in Sag, Mercury will be going into retrograde at around 8 degrees of Capricorn. It will retrograde back into Sagittarius, back to about 22 degrees. And I'm giving the degrees out there for those of you that like to know what they are. Maybe you are a fire sign or an earth sign, and it would be good for you to know what degree they are starting at and reaching. In other words, if you are an earth sign, whether Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, but you are an earlier earth sign, or perhaps you have your moon there, then know that this Mercury retrograde and cycle is indeed going to affect your life. That would be same thing if you are a fire sign or you have your moon or your rising. And this includes your Mercury. Look to see where your Mercury is. Is your Mercury in a fire sign? Is it in an earth sign? The 3 fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Now, Mercury's retrograding in the first 8 degrees of Capricorn only, and then it's going back because a Mercury retrograde appears from our perspective on the earth to be moving behind us, whereas normally when we're looking from the earth plane out into our solar system, if we're looking for the planet Mercury, it looks as if it's ahead of us or very close to us. But when we actually go into a retrograde, Mercury is at a different angle. And that's why we are getting a different perspective. And that's also why any astrologer, celestial guide, intuitive, psychic, who's good at what they do, talks about these retrogrades, especially Mercury, because Mercury is not at the same angle to the earth when it's going through this cycle. Therefore, it's bringing to us different perspectives. It's slowing our mental processes down. It's slowing our communication realm down for a reason. And it's asking us to give things extra time, to do the due diligence, to be discerning, to be more attentive to anything involving communication in our life. And that includes the internal communication, not only the external. So Mercury's going to go retrograde in Capricorn here on December 12th. It will come out of its retrograde in the sign of Sag, all the way back to 22 degrees of Sag on January 1st of 2024. And as Mercury's going into this retrograde, it prepares us approximately 17 to 18 days going into it. So here we are. Mercury entered the pre-shadow on November 25th. We are currently in it as I am preparing this video here on November 26th. And then remember, once Mercury comes out of retrograde at the end of the day on January 1st, it's going to be in that post shadow where it's completing its journey, and that will be another 2.5 weeks past that time frame. Now, when Mercury does retrograde, though, across 2 different signs, and it's also 2 different elements, we have earth and we have fire, very, very different elements. Earth wants to build things, wants to create things, takes time, does the work, is industrious, and is a planner and organizer. And fire wants to take action, wants to rush through, but fire brings courage to earth. And then earth slows fire down enough to be able to properly manifest what the fire energy wants to manifest. So see how these 2 energies can work very beautifully together. Because though we're having 2 different energies here, we really want to look at the cycle for when Mercury entered the pre-shadow, which would be November 24th, 25th. And we want to actually follow it then all the way through the sign of Capricorn, which takes us, I believe, till the very end of January. I think it's right around February 1st that Mercury goes into Aquarius, okay? I will put that information in the description box below for those of you that are interested. So this is going to be a very long yet very significant Mercury cycle because it's absolutely going to be with us in its entirety for about 2 months and 1 week. That's a big cycle. It's completing this year and it's getting us fully ready into the first and through the first month of next year. And think about again the element here. We're working with fire, which means you've got to take a leap of faith. You do have to take action, but the earth is going to slow you down. It's going to remind you when you need to stop something, breathe a little, go for a walk, ground your energy, perhaps access more information here. And then the other energy that's happening is we have Neptune coming out of retrograde here on December 6th. So the late afternoon, evening of December 5th through December 6th, Neptune in the sign of Pisces will be coming out of retrograde and releasing that creative, spiritual, magical manifestation energy of Neptune for us. I love it. You know, I'm a Pisces, so I, of course, can't wait for Neptune to really start moving forward. Now, Neptune has been retrograde for 5 months in the sign of Pisces. A lot of the work that we have been doing has been while we've been sleeping. So our dreams have been heavy. For those of us that are remembering our dreams on this journey, many of us have been called to really dive deeper into meditation, into our spiritual practice. And that is because of Neptune in Pisces. And when Neptune's retrograde, it's telling us or guiding us through our inner planes, the inner planes of our reality, that whatever it is we want to create, once Neptune moves forward, we've got to set the stage for that within our very being and within the higher dimensions that our soul exists in. That's why we do a lot of work while we are asleep, why during this time, even though some of this was through summer, many of us could have felt more tired, more fatigued, or we needed to sleep a little bit longer, or our meditations were calling us, we needed to expand or extend upon our meditations. It's because Neptune was guiding us through this. You know, Neptune in Pisces is in its highest, most elevated placement. And now that Saturn is direct in the sign of Pisces as well, these two planets are really guiding us now towards our dreams. And that's what Pisces is about. It's about how can we manifest our dreams into the physical reality. But Pisces is a very highly creative and intuitive energy, and we are asked to really tap in to that part within ourselves. Now, here we are going into this beautiful full moon in Gemini. And of course, Mercury rules Gemini. So Mercury's going to be guiding us in these next 2 months, pretty much these next 2 months, give or take another week or two. Really pay attention to this. Mercury shows us signs. It comes to us through intuitive information. I often get information when I'm in the shower. So pay attention. What Mercury's going to ask you to do now is simply be aware. Quiet your mind or slow it down enough to simply listen. And I do this a lot by closing my eyes and focusing on my breath. Because when I focus on my breathing and I close my eyes, my mind instantly shuts down, very quiet. But I do have a quiet mind. But I worked many years to get here. Yeah, I was not always like this, okay? It takes practice. Mercury is going to guide us here, and it's going to guide us through that inner intuition. It's going to guide us through signs coming to us from our soul, from our angels, from the divine. So pay attention. That is the key word I keep getting here. pay attention. But to do this, you have to be watching, you have to be watchful, you have to be aware and not be distracted. The biggest thing that pulls us away from anything we need to manifest in our life is distraction. And so your daily homework, and I'm giving it to you today, is to find time every day where you remove things that distract you. Even if it's just for 15, 20 minutes, please do that as a gift to yourself. So this full moon in Gemini is showing us that even though it's a fullness, because full moons are about fullness, something is reaching that harvest time, that fullness in our life. Whereas new moons are about blazing new trails, full moons are about feeling complete with something in our life or feeling a sense of fruition, if you will, or fullness. That's the word I keep getting again, fullness. Pay attention to what is full in your life, to where you feel like your cup is full. Now they're giving me guidance. And they're asking you to not only pay attention to your body and your heart space, they're asking you to listen to your higher mind, which is here, sits closer to our crown chakra, because your higher mind is going to show you where you are mentally full. When I say full, it's the fullness of something beautiful is wanting to come into you, an idea, an inspiration, a song, a poem, a writing, a message, whatever that means for you. All right, so this is a very beautiful, beautiful full moon in Gemini. And have an awareness as we're talking about this, that because Mercury is the planet ruling this full moon, even though we're being shown or something in its larger perspective, because that's what fullness is, we're seeing something in a larger, or perhaps a, what's the word I'm looking for? Not just a larger form, but a more expanded version. We're seeing its totality. That's the word I was looking for. We're seeing something more fully and in its totality than we've been able to witness this before. And because of that, you want to give yourself through this entire Mercury cycle to understand the ramifications of what it is that's wanting to find you, what messages are coming into your life, what truths are being revealed to yourself, you revealing truths to yourself, what truths are other people bringing into you, what forms of communication are now speeding up in your life. So truth, communication, ideas, inspiration, these are all things that the planet Mercury and Gemini rule. And these are the areas of your life where there's going to be a very strong emphasis in over these next 2 months. If you are watching this video in real time, if you're not watching it in real time, just simply pay attention to what is coming in for you, because this full moon, I'm seeing it very clearly through my third eye. It is wanting to call your attention to something very significant for you, and you're going to have decisions to make over the next few months. Please make sure you are very informed before making those decisions. Do not rush in, okay? Now, I have the cards set out. One instantly fell out of the deck as I was getting everything set up, so I kept it. And this is the card that is guiding us, creation. And isn't that beautiful? We have the beaver moon, which is actually the full moon of November. And that beaver moon is being highlighted in the person's third eye, which is their upper third eye, which is their high mind. something about creating is very, very significant here. And I feel like at her feet there are scrolls, that there's perhaps many writings or books that you're going to do, that there's information that you carry within you that you need to access at this time, information that's wanting to be revealed to you, that's allowing your consciousness to access it because you are now ready to receive that information. This is all about the reception and the being readiness to receive information. But understand you are the creator of your own reality right now. And the beaver moon, think about what the beaver is. Very steady, sturdy animal that creates beautiful homes in water. It is a magnificent architect and builder. Do you know that beavers, when they create their homes in the water, they like to do it over dams? They literally change the flow of that water, the course that that water is going to take. So there's a very significant message here that the course of your life is getting ready to shift in a way that perhaps you cannot yet see, but understand that you are the creator of your reality, and that something in you, unconscious, subconscious, from a soul level, has been all along propelling you down this pathway. Okay? So take action, because the beaver moon is all about taking action. So let's see what other beautiful messages want to come in for this beautiful full moon, this Mercury cycle. And remember, we have that new moon in Sagittarius on the day that Mercury goes retrograde. Okay, we've got, do we have any more cards? Any more messages? Okay, beautiful. Growth, I like it. Oh boy, are we growing. Yep. So from the full moon, we're going to go into a new moon cycle. And during this cycle, there's going to be a lot of growth that we are going through. This is absolutely phenomenal. Look at that. We start with that full moon, right? And there's an illumination. There's almost a yellow, golden overcast there. And the gold ray of creation is the ray of illumination. It's also the ray of resurrection and revelation. Something very profound is coming into your higher mind. It's coming into your consciousness. I don't feel like this is simply happening within you, though I also feel like something external to you is coming in as well. But what's so beautiful here, and that's enough cards there, is that we start with that full moon and then we go to the new moon, where the growth is happening from that full moon, that orb, that the weeds or the roots are all around that orb, stretching into the heavens towards the new moon. So this cycle of growth that we are all on is a very, very significant one. And what I'm getting here is very earth energy. Even though that golden energy would be a fire sign, we've got that earth energy of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And of course, we know we're going to get ready to go into Capricorn season on the winter solstice. Therefore, this is a time not only of substantial growth, but where you get to decide how you want to build this. What are you building right now? Where are you the beaver in your life? What is your home going to look like here? What is your foundation? And then the third card we have here is one of the elementals. And it's the outer core. And the message is, I think it says fluidity, which would make sense, right? Because Gemini is a mutable sign. Yes, it says fluidity, but we've got air and water blending here. I'm using these cards because the visuals are absolutely phenomenal. I was going to say outstanding. She is gliding through the water, but also the air. And so now we've got the other two elements here, all the air signs, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, all the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So in order to have this creation and this growth that you really want to see in your life, you've got to embody fluidity. You must flow with things. Allow the currents of the air and the currents of the water to guide you exactly where you want to go. So fluidity would be a water energy and flexibility would be an air energy. And I'm seeing you using both of them here. And thank goodness in this card, I think she's pretty covered up. Yes, she is. So that's good. Yep, she's completely covered up. But she reminds me of Aphrodite coming out of the ocean. There's something wanting to birth itself in your life. And the energy of Aphrodite is the energy of love, but she's also the energy of greater abundance, greater harmony, and greater love in your life as well. Fluidity is the way through here. So I want to get a few more clarifiers, see if the angels want to bring in any messages for us here to help us. So bring us a message for creation. We've got a message for growth. And what is the guidance for the outer core? We've got two. Alrighty, let me put those there. So oh wow, okay. The clarifier for creation is romance. We are creating something very significant within our romantic world. Whether you're in a partnership or whether you're single or you're just dating and you're not a significant relationship just yet, you're getting to know each other. What we're creating right now in this Mercury energy and full moon is we really want to give energy and flow and fluidity and creation to the romantic side of our lives. And the romantic side of our life, it is about holding close to us the people we most love, not just the romantic partner, but it's also about embodying everything about us that is creative and that is romantic, right? So we're creating something very beautiful. We're up-leveling our romantic life here is the message I'm getting. So what is the clarifier for growth? Surrender and release. So on this journey of growth and bringing in a greater creation within your romantic, harmonious, creative life, there's something you need to let go of. You have to allow that big jar you've been carrying around to get cracked so that the water flows out. Again, we're getting that message about flow. Allow what is not meant for you to flow out of that jar you're carrying, please. Okay? But what I'm also feeling here is it's about releasing steam. Anything that needs to come out, don't hold on to your emotions. Allow your emotions to have a forum within which to speak. Your emotions right now are what is calling to you. And you know, whenever we have a full moon or even a new moon in Gemini, even though Gemini is an air sign, I don't know one Gemini that's not emotional. They're very emotionally driven people. And I find that they want to express how they feel. And Gemini is about the expression of emotion. And so that's exactly what I'm getting here. Is don't hold back your feelings. Instead, work with them, express them, and release the ones that you don't want to carry forward. And the other energy here is surrender. To truly flow, you must surrender to the currents that are wanting to guide you down that river, right? So you must surrender to the flow. And I have two energies that came out as clarifiers for fluidity. And the first one is Carissa. So that goes along with surrender and release. For some of you, You are saying goodbye to an old cycle in your life, okay? It's time. There's a new horizon awaiting you. I love this picture because every time I see it, I visualize a beach in the Keys in the south of Florida, or a beach in Hawaii or in Costa Rica, which is a very tropical, warm place by the ocean. So Carissa is saying right now that you are at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon your angels and your guides to guide you, because there's great happiness that awaits you now. But right now, you may need to be in the place of feeling the loss, feeling some grief, releasing those heavy emotions, releasing that feeling of loss or that grief. And what I'm getting is this is a loss and a grieving of the past. Okay. For some of us, whatever's currently going on in our present is bringing us back to maybe cycles that we've been in our past. And this time we're really finally fully grieving them, so that we can allow them to flow out with the water, allow the tides of the ocean to take them. That's a beautiful, beautiful message. And I love it too, because she's walking, she's walking onto a new beach. There's something very beautiful awaiting you if you let the currents of the air and the water take you there. And the clarifier with Carissa was, you need enchantment and magic on your way. The unicorns, call on the magical unicorns as your guides here. They're going to take you exactly where you want to go. Okay? It's about magic. The unicorns are inviting you to play. Bring play back into your life. Bring innocence back into your life. Remember how you felt as a child. Bring back those memories when you were a very happy child, when you were playing in the water, playing in the park, playing with friends. Perhaps you were on an adventure. Bring those memories back in, because it's enchantment, which is magic, that is going to bring you into this beautiful cycle of growth that you're on, because this cycle of growth is reaching to the heavens. It's a very significant cycle we are all on. And with these messages thus far, I'm feeling a lot of gentleness. It's not like we're being thrown into it. There's a gentle movement through it. I feel like our guides and the divine is wanting to navigate us through this time in the gentlest way possible, even though it still can feel quite challenging at times. All right. So I wanted to bring in some messages. And because the romance card came in, I would like to get some messages from the romance angels. Okay. And then we'll end this reading here for December, or this timeless message for whenever. So I brought out again the sacred whispers. I was feeling that at this time, our soul group, our soul family, the cosmos, our angels, our guides, and those beautiful ancestors and beings that are in the higher realms are wanting to bring some messages through to us. So what is it that they want to remind us of right now? What is it they want to remind us of right now? You are ready to go forward. You're ready. You are. Carissa saying you're ready. Happiness awaits you now. But appreciate the lesson. So she's saying, happiness awaits you now. You're ready. Also appreciate what you have learned. All challenges are learning. All of them are learning. I feel like we have one more message that wants to come out here. Yes, we do. Tell someone, I forgive you. So this is maybe only for a specific few of you. And maybe the person you need to forgive is yourself. Okay? So the words, I forgive you, I forgive me, are going to become very important right now. Or I forgive this. Perhaps the final letting go of these losses, grief, disappointment, patterns of challenge after challenge is I forgive this because I now appreciate what I have learned, and I know that this has made me ready for what I'm now moving into. That's what I'm getting. Wow, these messages are really, really beautiful. So let's see, let's pick a card from the Romance Angels. What is the direction in our love life here? I brought the tarot out, but I wasn't feeling like we're going to pick any tarot today. Okay, maybe I'll leave it for my Instagram. We'll see. What do the Romance Angels want to bring to us? Okay, well, we are going into a Mercury retrograde cycle. Wow. Wow. Okay. So the message is very soon, something is coming in, but it's also that you might have choices. Very soon, you're going to need to make a decision. You're going to need to clearly decide on something in your life. There could be someone returning from your past, the past in this lifetime, past in another lifetime. Do not attach to that word. This is about reconciliation, whether it's past, whether it's present, or someone brand new coming in. But guess what? You know them, right? This is a reconciliation. Someone that you have a very strong soulmate connection with is coming into your life, okay? And you're going to get to have some very heartfelt conversations with them. You've got to speak from the heart. Honesty is imperative here. All right? So speak from the heart, have very honest conversations. This is absolutely a soulmate energy. And let's see, I think I want to pick from my other deck. Yeah, let's do this. Because I'd like some clarifiers here. Please give me a clarifier on very soon. Give me a clarifier on heart-to-heart conversations. Give me a clarifier on reconciliation. And give me a clarifier on soulmate. Oh my gosh, we have a lot of cards here. I feel many of you coming here, there could be something going on in your love life. But when I say love, I don't want you to only attach to your love life. This could be a very close friend. This could be a family member, someone that you need to reconcile with, someone that it's very important that you do reconcile with because they're significant in your life right now. You're on a path together with them. That's one scenario. The other one is that you're reconciling with someone from another lifetime that you don't know in this lifetime, or you just met them, you're just getting to know them right now, but you don't know them well yet. And so give this time, please. So for very soon, I love it that we got the message spirit guides. Okay, so they're saying that whenever you see 1111, that's telling you this is coming in very soon, or you have a decision to make around that. And I'm getting choices. You may have choices, and the choices could be between a soulmate, an actual soulmate that's around you or coming in, and someone that's trying to return literally from your past. So there may be more than one person here. Let's keep going to see what other cards come in. Now, this can also be telling you that this has been happening since we entered Scorpio season and the month of November. Okay, very significant. Could have even started right around 11/11. Your spirit guides are watching over you right now. They're watching over your current love situation or your relationship corner. Pay attention to the repeating signs, and they want to let you know that you are protected and you are safe through this process. So let's look at the clarifiers for heart-to-heart conversations. Stay optimistic. Isn't that funny? We go from Scorpio and November to Sag season because this is the Sag card in this deck. Acceptance and optimism. When you stay optimistic, when you love your life, when you love who you are, when you're in a very positive place, in a place of joy, enchantment, right? That is when you're going to have these beautiful, honest conversations, and you're going to be able to talk about where you want to go from here with this person, okay? Give it time. But this is also telling you that Mercury in Sag and Capricorn is perhaps the cycle of time you're going to be having these conversations in, right? Stay optimistic. The right person will come to you when you are ready. That's the other message we're getting here. What is the clarifier for reconciliate? Oh my gosh, you can't make this up. Soulmate. You're going to be with a soulmate. This is about a soulmate. We're not talking about karmic relationships here. Well, we still have 3 cards to go, so let's see. This is a very, very significant person in your life. Whether that's someone returning from another life, from your past, friend, family member, love interest, they're significant to your life's journey. But you get to decide what the path ahead with them looks like, right? So let's finish this up before I give you my last message on this. So the clarifiers for soulmate were there's a very strong psychic connection. So you're going to know if this is truly your soulmate because the bond is going to be unmistakable. You can hear them in your mind. They finish your sentences. You think alike. You can communicate about anything under the sun. When you're not near them, it doesn't matter how far away or how far they are across the earth. When this is a psychic connection, you can feel them wherever they are on planet Earth. Now, psychic connection can also mean that you've been dreaming about them. They've been coming to you in your dreams and your meditations. You have a feeling that their energy is already around you. Your intuition is telling you the right thing about this person in this situation. So that's the last message. Listen to what your intuition is telling you. And what are the last 2 cards? I love this. Have faith. Please have faith. We have 3 times stay optimistic, psychic connection, have faith. Do you know what these 3 cards have in common? They all 3 are telling you the right person will not pass you by. That's the message here. Have faith that the right person, the right situation is in your life. Have faith that the right people and situations are coming to you. This card is a confirmation that you made the right decision about someone or something. You are on the right path. So we have 2 different messages here paralleling each other across all of these cards. And it all begins with very soon. You have a decision to make. Follow your spirit guides, right? They're giving you the information you need, but give it enough time so that your answer is a very clear answer. You don't want to make the decision when you are unclear or you're feeling too waffly on it. You're going back and forth, back and forth. Then you are not ready. You've got to feel completely ready and clear within your being, okay? Have faith. This is a soulmate connection, but perhaps you have a choice between multiple soulmates, and maybe you have to choose one. And perhaps one of these soulmates, you need to make a decision. That decision may be saying goodbye. But these angels here, they're all here to tell you You're on the right path. So more than anything, trust in your own journey. Have faith that you cannot make the wrong decision. Okay? I love that. And we're going to complete, and then I have one more message to pull out here for you with the honeymoon card. There's something very blissful awaiting you. This card stands for the pure energy of romance, affection, and bliss. You will soon experience these energies, no matter if you are single or you are currently in a long-term relationship. That the honeymoon, there's a honeymoon, a rainbow. There is a rainbow wanting to find you. I love the messages here today. Please be open to that rainbow. But you have your work cut out to you. And I really feel like this Mercury cycle is the timing that you are being given here. All right. So I just wanted to pull one last one or two affirmation cards for us as guidance from The Moon Magic by Stacy DeMarco. What is our last guidance here? I didn't expect this to go so fully into romance at all, but here we are. You know, life is all about love, isn't it? And love is always the largest, biggest, brightest torch we will ever carry. I love it. Two messages. I seek balance and grounding. So that's your affirmation. I seek balance and grounding. Say that, and then the answer will come to you in its fullness. Okay, I dropped that one. Please bear with me. I explore my wildness and I dance in pleasure. I like that. I'm definitely going to complete this at that. I explore my wildness and I dance in pleasure. More than anything else, the cosmos, your soul family, your guide, your ancestors, they want you to explore every corner of your beingness, and they want you to dance with pleasure because you are meant to be here as a being who dances in joy. All right, sending you all so much love. Until next time.